Hello and welcome back to Emma Russell Studio. So I am Emma and today we are actually going to paint roses. Now I'm going to show you a way on my page that really isn't what I suggest, and then I'm going to show you how I paint them and we're going to learn to paint them together. We're going to paint about 2 roses on a page. We're going to do a quick little tutorial on how to paint those. So grab your paper and your brushes and let's get started. So on the left is kind of a flower where you don't really want to make your rose like that, so I'm going to show you how to actually do it. I'm going to mix some rose, together, but with that, I'm not going to use the actual rose, I'm going to use cadmium free red and alizarin crimson. So you're going to start with these C curves that are really tightly knitted together, and then as you go out, keep your brush at your 45-degree angle and really press down and get a curve in. So you notice how the C curves are starting to overlap each other and they are getting a little wider as you continue outward in your circle. So really tight knit, opaque curves in the center, looser ones with more water towards the outside, and then you can kind of eyeball it and add more pigment when you see fit. And sometimes I like to do a little point like this leaf here where it really starts to open up. If you have a rose that's in bloom and you can kind of see how the petals start to open up almost in that crisp, pointed way. And then just kind of add some more petals on the sides of it, and you can get it really pretty when you start just lightening the opacity the further you get outward on the circle of the rose. And then as this dries, I like to even go in with a little bit darker pigment for the rose to show the darker parts and kind of just not make it feel like it's really flat. But now I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more cadmium red to this mixture, and I'm going to start making another one while this dries. So again, 45-degree angle, you're gonna start kind of more with your brush up and down and really get that tight knit C curve. So you're just making little C shapes around, leaving plenty of white space, just going in and then really pressing down on that brush and getting the bigger curves. Maybe I'll put one over here. And sometimes you can have in mind how the petals are going to be going, so your lines might look a little bit different or together like they're on the bottom, but then see I'm pushing in this water to it to really just help it blend together so it's not going to look weird. And you can kind of just keep going around, but the lighter you create your petals on the outside, the more natural it's going to look, because it's going to make the inside of the flower seem like it's really tight together, dark. There's a lot of shadow there, and then as it blooms, the petal is very light, you know, with those dusty light pink roses. So see, now I'm doing that part I was just mentioning about adding in a little bit of darker parts. If you used very little water, it will dry fairly quickly. And so you can just go in and see where your shadow would be and play around with that. It takes a lot of practice. The best way to get good at these is really to just keep working on your C curves, making more and more petals, but you don't want it to look so snail-like the one all the way on the left is. So here's the difference between one that's more snail-like and then one that is more natural, flowy, loose, and fun. Hey, thanks so much for joining me in this tutorial. You can find more of my work on Emma Russell Studio on Instagram. Come find me there, and thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you're interested in learning more about watercolor. And I hope you have the best day. Bye!